Chainsaw Man gave us a protagonist who, when asked what he wants most in the world, doesn't say to become the strongest or to protect everyone I love. He says he wants to touch a girl's breast. He wants bread with jam on it instead of just bread. He wants to sleep in a bed instead of a car. That's not comic relief, that's the whole tragedy of the show, delivered as a punchline so we don't notice it's actually the saddest bar any shonen protagonist has ever set for himself. This is why Denji breaks your heart without ever asking for your pity. Before Pochita, before the Chainsaw Man contract, there's a kid selling his organs to loan sharks to pay off his dead father's debt. He's not fighting devils for glory, he's fighting them because a dog-shaped devil offered him companionship when literally nothing else in his life did. Denji's baseline for happiness was never greatness, it was survival with maybe one small comfort attached, and the show is careful to make sure we understand. This isn't humility and it isn't purity, it's the psychology of someone who has never been allowed to want more, so he stopped. That's the setup. Now watch what the story does to a boy who has already given up on wanting anything big. Here's the uncomfortable read. Makima doesn't fall for Denji, she studies him. She figures out exactly how little it takes to control him. A meal, a head pat, the promise of a normal life, and she rations it out like a trainer with a dog. The show frames this visually every time. Makima above him, Denji looking up. It's not romance blocking, it's ownership blocking. And the cruelest part isn't that she manipulates him, it's that his wants are so modest, so achievable, that anyone with basic decency could have made him happy. Instead, the first person who understands what he needs uses that knowledge as a leash. Contrast this with Aki and Power. They don't simplify Denji's life, they complicate it. Rent, chores, someone yelling at him about hygiene, someone dying slowly from a countdown he can't stop. For the first time, Denji has people who cost him something, and it's that cost, not the simplicity, that starts to look like the first real relationship he's ever had. The tragedy resolves into something harder than Denji grows up. He doesn't mature in the traditional shonen sense, gaining wisdom, transcending his flaws. What happens instead is worse and more human. He learns that a life worth having requires wanting things that can be taken from him. Bread and jam can't betray you. People can. By the end of Act 2 of the series, Denji has been burned badly enough that he could retreat back into his old, safe, small wants. The show's real question, the one this video is building toward, is whether he's capable of choosing people again after people have already cost him almost everything. That's not a power fantasy. That's the most honest coming-of-age story Shonen has told in years, hidden inside a gag about wanting to touch boobs. Denji never wanted to save the world. He wanted breakfast, a bed, and someone to want him back. Chainsaw Man's cruelest joke is that even that was too much to ask for. If you want the next video in this series, let me know which analysis you'd want first. And if this one hit a little too hard, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next